Good afternoon. Let's try again. Good afternoon. Love it. This is a celebration we're excited for this afternoon and to get this party started. We have so many people in the room to celebrate, and that's exactly what we're going to do this afternoon. On the screen, two questions are going to come up. Why math and why now? Our students deserve a mathematics education that opens doors for them both in school and in real life. And we are, do it, dare ya. And we are making progress as a state of Michigan on that goal. Yet, we have a long way to go. Currently, about 67% of our fifth graders are not yet proficient in the state of Michigan. As we peel apart that onion and look at the subgroups, the stories get even worse. We know there is work to do in our state, and we are the people who are on that journey to make change for our kids. In addition to the work that's happening with mathematics content, we also know that these children that we are supporting now are our future leaders in the state of Michigan, and they need skills that help them do that. And mathematics education is exactly the content area that can build those skills. To be able to think critically, to think creatively, to solve complex problems, that's the work we all do in real life now, and that's the work they're going to have to do even better 30 years from now. That's the work that we're after. The system that has to be built in the state of Michigan is one that has to foster both of those goals, and that's what we're here to talk about this afternoon.
On the left side are shifts that we're hoping we made throughout this school year. So we're going from the shifts on the left. Take a second to read them. To these shifts on the right for children in classrooms across the state.
In addition to the shifts that we're hoping to make for kids in classrooms, we've all been on a journey around shifts for adults as well. On the screen, you see the shifts that we're working away from on the left in red and toward in black on the right. Take a second to peruse those. These shifts in the classroom and these shifts for leaders are the focus of the work that we will highlight this afternoon. You're going to hear many stories about how these shifts are showing up in the work that's being done across the state of Michigan. Know that we're going to dive deeper into those as time goes on. This is so perfect. There are no magic recipes. There are no silver bullets to transforming education at any level. And when you hear people who think they have it figured out, be very skeptical. Yet we are starting to see evidence of these shifts that were on the screen that Jess and I were talking about and put in front of you happening in classrooms, districts, and ISDs across the state of Michigan. And like I said, those are the things that we are going to highlight this afternoon.
And no, the shifts indeed are not an accident. They were intentionally planned for, sequenced by all of you in this room. On the screen now are our design principles. Our design principles help us to make those shifts for kids. There isn't a routine, an event, or meeting that we come to without using those design principles as our skeleton to design for adult learning and children learning.
The design principles are foundational to the system building that we've been doing together for the last 2 years and even before that. In addition, at the local district level, we have what we're calling enabling local conditions that are taking place in each of the districts that we partner with. We have leadership teams in place. We have time for teachers to learn, to grow together. We have space for leaders to learn and grow alongside math leaders, principals, curriculum directors. Those spaces exist. And we also have learning labs happening in the districts across the state. These things are not new ideas. I think that's really important to name for all of us as we get in. You're going to hear words this afternoon that are not new for many of us who have been in education for a long time. The difference, though, is the way that we enact those things that lead to transformational work happening across the state of Michigan. Those design principles that Jess lifted up are a lens for us to look through as we enact those enabling local conditions. So what we're going to highlight for us is, yes, learning labs are not a new idea. Yes, time for teachers to learn is not a new idea. Yes, a leadership team is not a new idea. However, if we use the design principles as a lens to look through, our enactment of those enabling local conditions will look different and will interrupt some of the patterns that have led us to where we currently are in the state of Michigan. That's the work. These glasses are on order. Hopefully we'll get you some. You want them, don't you, Trish? I know you do. In addition to the enabling local conditions that all of you are familiar with, we have a lot of tools that are utilized to create coherence across the state and in the work that we do day to day for the teachers that we serve. There are a few on the screen. There are many more that could have been put there. I think the big thing here to know is that those enabling local conditions do not live in isolation. They are all connected together with the same roles, events, routines, and tools so that everyone in the system is working toward the same end. We hope you hear today that all of us in the state are working on the same thing with the same things toward the same vision of mathematics instruction. That's a coherent system, and that's the progress that we're working toward.
So if you were here with us last year and you're here with us again today, this is still a story of what we did and did not do. On the left side of the screen is a trap that our enabling conditions could fall into. Like Rusty said, learning labs aren't new to us. We've probably seen them. We've probably had one or two in our own classrooms or interacted with them in ways across professional learning systems. However, the design principle of fostering messy collaborative experimentation helps us to design for teachers to come together and make messy instructional decisions in the moment.
Jess is articulating well for us. A trap we could fall into is to say, ooh, they're doing labs over in blank. We should do labs too. The bigger picture is we have to enact labs in ways that are going to help us transform what happens for teachers and for children. And this specific design principle helps us have a lens to be able to do that. So we're not doing labs in the ways they've always been done. We're doing labs in a new way where we get messy, we make mistakes, we teach together, we try things together, we co-plan, and that helps all of us learn over time. Yep, you awake? We'll hope that doesn't happen again. And another trap that we could fall into, and we often do in education, not us in the room, but those out there, is on the screen. We often hear everyone's in a different place, everyone needs to do their own thing at any specific layer. It could be about a teacher, it could be about a building, it could be about a district, it could be about a state. We push up against that in the work that we do and say that we actually have things that we can all learn about together that helps us create coherence in the work that we do across the state. And that looks something like this. When we're learning the same things, it enables us to be able to learn together, to collaborate together, to run into the same challenges and problem resolve around them, and we can also celebrate wins together. If things happen in isolation and building X is working on something and building Y is working on something totally different, those things are obstacles and blocks for actual collaboration to happen. And so this coherence that we have built across the state and continue to build across the state opens up many doors for us to work together and learn together.
On the left is another trap that our enabling conditions can help us fall into. My teachers don't, my teachers can't, my children can't, my children don't. Instead of thinking of resistance as a bad thing or compliance as a bad thing, it's actually a really normal way for us to think about ongoing learning trajectories, which is the design principle in the middle, and has helped us to learn that teaching in ways that foster children to enjoy mathematics is actually really, really, really hard at the leader level, at the system level, at the classroom level.
One thing to note with this one specifically, oftentimes we hear fidelity, and we hear that used in a way to get everybody to compliance, everybody to do the thing. Our goal is different. Compliance is a natural step and a goal for us, and we're hoping to get to internalization, and that looks much different than the goal of compliance. That might be something that we hear about this afternoon. Last year, about this time of the year, we celebrated the work from year one of the system that we created and the work that we started. The story that we told is popping up on the screen now. Take a second to read that. This same story is true at this time this year. The last little rectangle-ish shape is really important for us. We have learned a lot from the work that we've done. We are still learning and iterating and growing as a group here, but also a group outside of here, and we are not done yet. That will be the theme that will continue to carry us forward in year two and hopefully beyond. The quote at the bottom is really important as well. We use it often. We used it last year and it stuck. So you think about the things that just stick and you don't know they're going to. Something that we say often with our team and our group of math leaders across the state is that we can do hard things. That is part of our culture. It's easy to identify obstacles in the work that we do. And we usually follow that up with, we can do hard things and we're going to figure it out. So keep that as a pin for this afternoon.
Like we've said a couple times already, we're here to celebrate the work that our early math specialists and math leaders are doing with teachers in classrooms across our state. We hope that you do that with us, and we also hope that you think about what this could mean for your local context. And hi. If you don't know me, my name's Jess Tufnell. I am one of the coordinators of early math. With me here today is my friend Rusty. You want to say hi?
Hi.
I like your shirt.
Thanks, I like your shirt.
Thank you. In the back of the room, we have Sonia Malik, who is another one of our coordinators. We have Sonia. And to my right, your left, is Trish Dunn.
Yeah. We are the team who has an opportunity to work alongside all the other people with cool shirts. They are going to be our storytellers this afternoon. They know so much about this work and about the work that's happening in their context, both the good and the bad. Look to them to tell stories, to share the work, to share insights, to share things they've learned, and create clarity around the work happening in our local districts and our ISDs. We're going to get a quick idea of who is in the room so that we have a gauge of all of our friends here this afternoon. So what we're going to do is a group will pop up on the screen, and we'll just have, if you feel like you're a part of that group, you can stand for more than one. Feel free to stand up if you're able. If not, just go ahead and put a hand up, and we'll get an idea of who we have with us this afternoon.
State level leaders, go ahead and give us a stand.
Yes. Thank you to Michigan Department of Education for being here and celebrating the work that all of us are doing along with MAISA leadership. We appreciate all of you to support this important work for the state of Michigan. ISD leader, GELN, ECAN, any other role that might be an ISD leader, feel free to stand. Consultants, yes, thank you. This work is impossible without ISDs being the team who supports the local districts to do and implement the work. Thank you, ISDs, for partnership in this. As we started this work 2 years ago, it was an option, something that they could opt into. Do you want to be a part of this, and do you have districts who are brave enough to go on a journey? The people who stood were the people who helped our local districts partner us work, and we couldn't do it without you.
Local leaders, I couldn't see that one. Local leaders, principals, curriculum directors.
Thank you, local leaders, for supporting the work, leading the work, and supporting teachers to continue to grow. Pre-K is a new addition this year. We would love for any of our pre-K friends to stand. Yes. As I said, pre-K is a new addition this year, and we've learned a lot along the way. Dr. Amy Noel Parks, who we'll introduce in a minute, will probably speak to that work, but she's been instrumental in supporting the learning of the leaders in pre-K. We're excited to continue that partnership and grow it even bigger in the future.
Okay, we also have some virtual friends online. Please stand up from your seats, but our friend Andrew is going to pan to them so that we can give them a wave. Our state is huge. We are really excited that these friends, hi friends, we're waving to you. I think the cameras are actually back there, but we'll continue to wave. We are so thankful that you are all taking the opportunity to spend your time with us today. We know that May is a really busy month in education, and we also know that it is hard to travel when things are busy.
Did you see the panic? They all were like, oh no! We have a lot of friends that were showing up on the screen. Also was Robin, who serves as a member of the team of our external evaluator. So we have tons of robust evaluation that's happening all the time. And she's able to join from wherever she might be today in the United States. Thanks for joining us, Robin. We did skip through, but an important group are the T-shirt group, our Math Leader Network. If you are an early math specialist or someone who serves as the math leader and you have a cool shirt on, please stand. As we said, you're going to hear their voice today. High five them, celebrate them. They work hard. They have poured their hearts into this work to get us to where we are today. We appreciate all of you. I think we spend a lot of time together with BFFs, and we're excited for other people to meet them as well.
Okay, but most importantly, classroom teachers.
We have teachers. Anyone, stand up.
Perhaps the longest and most important clap. We couldn't do this work without you supporting your children every single day. Thank you for being here. We're excited to hear from you guys as well.
Yeah, find those teachers, ask them what they found helpful, what they haven't found helpful. All of those things are going to help us make sense of the story, the real work, and how we can continue to grow it. So thank you, teachers, for being able to be here and trusting substitutes with the lovely children. Just ignore your email, don't look at it. It's going to be fine. All right, this is a chance. We realize that not all of us at tables might know one another, so this is just a quick opportunity to whip around the table. You may be with a team that you know really well. That's okay. Name, organization, role. If you know those things already for everyone at the table, who are you here to celebrate today? You do see an image of the map of all the districts who are a part of this work. You should see yourself in that, but we do have districts partnered in this work from all across Michigan. Have an opportunity at your table just to introduce yourself and say who you're here for, and we'll bring it back together in about 2 minutes.
Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and come back together. On the right side of the screen now is the yearbook from this school year. This is our second yearbook. We've learned some things, and through the celebrations today, you are going to see artifacts from real classrooms of real children and real teachers, which means it's gonna be really messy. We're not all at the end of the learning trajectory with every instructional practice that we do, and we hope that you honor that messy through the children that we get to see in the yearbook today. So we're gonna hang on to that lens, and now sitting in front of you is that yearbook. So we're gonna take, it's gonna feel really fast, and it's the new shiny thing that's sitting in front of you, and it's really exciting. We're gonna take 1 minute to give a quick peruse to pages 1 through 13 on the slide, friend. Perfect. And as you're flipping through, you might just be thinking about things that are standing out to you. A question that you're holding, just pages 1 through 13. Take about 10 more seconds. Okay, on the screen now is our first time to get to interact with one another as a large group. I know that felt fast. There are probably really fun things that we want to talk about, but we're going to do it via Slido today because that's going to help get our virtual friends able to interact. So go ahead and scan that QR code or type slido.com and enter that hashtag number in. Based on our time together so far, what's initially standing out to you? Some things are starting to trickle in. Ooh, learning lots, but not done yet. This work is different. Excitement has come up a couple times, coherence. As these are rolling in, know that we're going to continue to use Slido. Teachers are a most important part of our system. We're going to hang on to these ideas as we move forward.
Continue to hit enter or submit. Those things will populate. Thank you, online friends, for doing the same. This Slido will stay open, so part of our purpose for getting it in front of us now is so that next time one pops up, we can just quickly enter back in. It should be on the same screen. There'll also be a QR code if you lose that screen.